Hello there and welcome to the evening news at 6 on Adoatv. We are coming to you live from our studios on the John Evans Mills High Street in Accra. You can also watch us live on Facebook at Adoatv Ghana. My name is Benedicta Dodu and the evening news is brought to you by Asatec Roofing Sheet and Cookware, Blue City Ties and Accessories, and Verna Mineral Water. Now, in tonight's bulletin, 9 people have unfortunately been confirmed dead in a lethal accident at Gindambo in the Savannah region. Some other stories. Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable George Miracle Duka, says the sector in 2022 will introduce excavator tracking devices as part of its fight against illegal small-scale mining. And some citizens have shared their opinion as to who their preferred ministers under the Akufo-Addo administration are and who they want removed from office. And in sports, the Ghana Football Association has urged various clubs to find ways and means to convince their fans who want to join them at various match venues to get vaccinated. We will be bringing you details of these stories and more within the next 60 minutes. Now, on to our first story. 9 people, including a toddler, have been confirmed dead in an accident at Gidabo in the Sawatuna Kalba district of the Savannah region. According to the police, the driver of the WA-bound VVIP bus with registration number GT569315 allegedly lost control over the steering wheel and veered off the road. 9 are feared dead and several others injured. The vehicle, according to eyewitness, somersaulted and entered a ditch, leading to 9 casualties. The police command is currently investigating the cause of the crash. Meanwhile, the injured have been transferred to the Wa Regional Hospital and are receiving treatment. The dead have been conveyed to the Wa Municipal Hospital mortuary, where those with injuries are responding to treatment at the same facility. Our regional correspondent Nuruddin Ibrahim spoke to the Savannah Regional PRO Inspector Jekum Owusu. Let's listen to his voice.
One driver called Nuh was in charge of a VIP bus traveling from Accra to Wa. On reaching Jendabo, he veered off the road and collided with a tree. And the tree ripped off almost half of the vehicle, even half, not almost half of the vehicle, from the driver's side to the last passenger at the back. Fortunately, the bus was carrying only 18 passengers. So out of the 18 passengers, 9 died at the spot, and 9 also sustained various degrees of injuries, including the driver. So the victims, the injured ones, have been sent to Wa Government Hospital for treatment, whilst the dead ones were also conveyed to the same hospital.
Now, here at Adoatv, we leave no stone unturned in such situations. So Nuruddin also spoke to the owner of the bus in the subsequent interview.
Masa no kre kan me no yeka owner anopa we na me wo fie no mo frɛ me sɛ me ka anya accident wo fridge nda boy ba nwole ana me de ba ya no kre omo nipa nan na we instant driver no de omo si na ba hospital but omo si hospital no so bisa wu but ya nye nko ho let's you drew on a venue say no crana, say no cre. As some member woman.
So I won't have
As some member me trim dear. Let's nyame mentimi ka say ni say according to me be say nipa bi almost say budget na 2 year but minim say enokro let's say media minika no let's meet no na driver na beka na nyame say enokro say enokro mentimi ka intimate no so ba ko a ope obetuma bi sa no
so a lot number like
GT 5693 that's 16
VIP.
No but any dey any VIP but here dey na twa VIP go so near 20 free Kumasi last year no but ye got to any VIP in Tarso and young paper so Medindi Mustafa
accident tola accident minti menka se ni se na ba ana accident na ba me so metina ka no mu de me hu se na ka na balance akowuro ewuro na yenye na pese yempie nti me pie no na me hu me master na order form ka na asie na me pie akote na ko no o na metena na me master ba ko okoforo ka no be frame se membra na emba hospital nti yebe dura na sisi amenti menka dia menine buo nipa na ewu ne menine buo ba me yeso amodo so ebe dure omo betima dure 6 ana menti menka Menai ana ma pra kakra gafaru.
Our condolences to the bereaved family. Now moving on, the Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources in charge of mines, George Muriku Duka, has disclosed that come January 2022, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources will introduce devices that help track excavators. This tracking device, he explained, is an all-earth moving machine in the mining sector in line with the mining regulations. This revelation comes upon an update he presented on the recent fight against galamsey by the ministry at a Meet the Press series.
Tracking, and we intend, and that will be rolled out in January. Visibility studies have been completed. We now getting to engage contractors to do that, and we're tracking all earth moving machine in the mining sector, and this is for the mining sector. It's for the large scale, it's for the small scale, it's for the community mining, medium scale, and every mining concession. And this, we're going to do that, and we doing this with the support or in line with the Minerals and Mining Regulations 2020 LI 2404. And with the tracking, we would put, a technology where you would have your excavator tracked. If the excavator is moved out of the confines of the concession, the excavator will be deactivated. You wouldn't be able to operate it unless a call is placed to Minerals Commission for them to ask you questions why you pushed or you moved the excavator out of the confines of that concession. If the answer is positive, they may, activate it for the excavator to go back to work within that concession. And that is also to check where people move excavators to river course to mine, and thus they divert the river course, make the land bare, and put the machines on. This, we believe, going forward, if this technology is rolled out, may also control the illegalities in the system. And we have just a dummy to show. So the excavator has moved out of the concession. Now it is deactivated. It can't move anymore. A call will be placed to Minerals Commission. Mineral Commission then responds, and that will be done by a situational room that will be created. So if they are satisfied, then they can activate it for it to go back to the concession.
Still at the Meet the Press series, the Deputy Minister again disclosed that the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has set up a QR code that proves the legality of mining sites in the country. According to him, this is to reduce harassment of officials when they go to check license of mining sites.
Of our workers from the Inspector Division of the Minerals Commission get to concessions, and mostly they are harassed or prevented from entering the concessions. And out of that, we've created a platform where they may not be in a way harassed anymore. And the harassment come out of where they would want to inspect the license of that concession. And you know, these licenses are displayed in the offices of these concessionaires. And sometimes they either lock the office and bolt, or even get security to prevent you from entering the office. So in view of that, what we've done is to also have create a signpost. Out of the signposts, a QR code is generated as it's being shown to you, and that QR code, a scan is put on the QR code. The details of that concession will be displayed, and you know that it is a legal concession or not. So there wouldn't be any need of you wanting to enter the offices of that concession. So you must display this at the entrance of your concession. And with this, I would call of any of you, just bring your phone. You scan. This one works now as I speak with you. You can just come and scan the QR, and you have the details of that Medase Mining Ghana and some other concessions that you have. So there wouldn't be any need of running around asking questions. If this is not erected in front of your concession, obviously you'll be having some questions to answer. So we are practicalizing the system. We are not making it difficult for you at all. And the media, you can get to any concession. There's no need asking or calling anybody. You just scan with your QR facilitated phone. And this is not difficult. All the phones can access this. And this time around, you go for functions or attend functions, and they don't even display programs. So QR, you just scan, you have your programs well outlined for you. So that is what we doing, and we know we're meeting all small-scale miners, large-scale miners, that there's a policy that they need to follow. So the gentleman is scanning just to try it here. You heard the beep, and it will straight away take him to the portal. So I believe you've seen something. It's rolling. So read it out to them. So he has yes. So you have all the details of the concessions. So this is a practical example for you to. So thank you very.
Meanwhile, the La Magistrate Court has issued a warrant for the arrest of the MP for Nshiayeso, Honorable Dr. Stephen Amoa and Samuel Enim, after the two failed to appear before the court today after they were arrested on Tuesday, December 7th, 2021, for flouting the road traffic regulations during a special exercise. The remaining 5 out of the 7 who were arrested were put before the La Magistrate Court on Wednesday, December 8th, 2021. 4 of the suspect drivers, namely Dominic Etuahini Abebio, Daniel Boateng, Emmanuel Ofori, and Joseph Brown, were sentenced to pay a fine of 1,800 cedis each, or in default serve 3 months prison terms. All 4 convicted drivers paid their fines. Meanwhile, driver Thomas Atenga was convicted to sign a bond to be of good behavior for 3 months, or in default serve a 3-month prison term. In a statement signed by the Director General of the Police Service, ACP Kwesi Ofori, on December 8, 2021, it was noted that the police administration has directed all police formations throughout the country to clamp down on recalcitrant drivers, especially those who drive V8 vehicles. They are cautioned to stop flouting road traffic regulations or face the full rigors of the law if arrested. The police further assured Ghanaians of its determination to enforce the laws of the country and therefore urged the police to support in this endeavor. And it is said after election, no campaign, which means once power is vested into a particular party or administration after an election, all that is left is assessment and constructive criticism. It is on the back of this that Adoa News spoke to a section of Ghanaians on what their take is on the performance of some various sector ministers, especially during the second tenure of the Akufo-Addo-led administration. And the next report by Wilson Manuel has details.
On 7 December 2020, 17 million Ghanaians were registered now due to vote, were expected to go to the polls and exercise their franchise to choose their preferred candidate both for parliamentary and presidential. On the D-Day, yes, Ghanaians went to vote. They chose their preferred candidates for both presidential and parliamentary. 1 year down the line, Adoatv went out to ask Ghanaians whether or not they regretted their choices for both parliamentary and presidential, especially presidential, and here is what they had to say.
Media, Niamekani say, Yemi one say up to date. Sa factories in Sanyamana or Kano. Still, me who be. I'm here near Abedjano from a 1 year, but on one or so I sent to a bannerman. It's media. I am one. Now, what could be such a Mabemo Budia? I obvious some Mabemo who be beer, bet to me at the age now. So, who can't see a number can say free education, free education. Free education is 9 years and only how once our power. It is we can now the free education at the Bevu. Bet me, I'm back to school, all right, free. Now, so if you knew Mamma Brabono, let me, I can say, be a buying basso. I am fast to be a mammy because a near man near tongue, a waha, says, yeah, oh dear. Kobisa book back who boys is here because I know I'm buying Ankasa. See why a book back I'm student, I have 78 Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, now Obama get a book no 38, 40 cedis. And about where the no policies be or they buy the American say me who so no correct.
However, that is not my focus. Today's focus is on whether or not you want a change in ministerial appointees. Do you want the health minister changed? How about the minister for lands and natural resources or the education minister? The Minister for Energy, who do you want to change? He went out once again to ask Ghanaians who their preferred candidate or minister is, who they want changed, who they want replaced, who they want maintained, and this is what they had to say.
Dear Kametmaka Senejuma, as so many kaka education minister about CCA on a dear. But to compare the last one, no quite away bandia, Cornoya better. I current one, the no ye, change or no coin. Intending me boom, say man. Dear Omana Cocra. Oh, the Omana Cornea, any a Caswa Diano Caswa Empino. Kumsing, Minister for Fishes, Mumunya, Gamubo Tunu out cram in pen.
A go for the ministers, no, me walk Abrikuma West na Osla go for no ho. In fact, me know ye Juma Bemba, ni constituency no woman needed. A one major party and called into me, mum, near Miss and Canal say, yet to a ba bium. Nase. Before Franco Begina, ama aka Osla Wanche, Osla didn't come up at the Nefi, than Suma, then Abrikuma South, Abrikuma West one Sunday. So, what to a bar? 2 weeks to the time over to abandon the young. After that, young Huni be just said 4 years now, Aka, 1 month, 2 weeks be my water, and a son young. And maybe I might say, Master almost 8-9 years ni na me ya woman ye wom nya improvement bi amfi baby ala emba
oh unse omunya baako oh omunya de ekoso nya ai te se omo ahihye dada enti enye se uyi kenofrata wo ho a but obi wo ho oh because se wo hwa hwe deputy we speaker no hwe adwuma omu ye no oh na che se omo apran bibia dada enti hwi ni ho a wo beye because omu no mu ye aban oh omu no mu tiso de na wo beye oh wo beye dede kwa wo beye dede no matter how ade no gina bebia a gina omu nya omu ye one oh just say abanu ana government na assistant asana bibia be okay
ye me penasem kojo opon kroma information oye juma a Greek minister afi oye juma e pawasem ne ana ne what is appointment akrane a finance minister no say ode a we prepare budget be ko na ya san withdraw na wasan yi bi afiri mu serve omo kan we dia na mikoye we say no what is appointment.
My name is Emmanuel Wilson, reporting for Adoa News, Accra.
Now, the Ministry of Education has sent out an apology to all teachers in the primary schools for the extension of the vacation period. It admits that although inconveniences have been created, they are calling on the teachers to bear with them for the benefit of their pupils. In an interview cited by our news team, the Deputy Public Relations Officer for the Ministry, Ernest Akosa, opined that per the earlier school calendar, the primary schools were to go on vacation this week, but it has been extended to December 17th, 2021. This, according to him, is to enable the primary 4 pupils write the national standardized examination in mathematics and English. He expressed that the focus of the exams is to make the children acquire in-depth knowledge in the subjects, develop much interest, and to build a better foundation for the teachers. He admonished parents to guide their wards when they are on vacation to prevent them from engaging in deviant behaviors during this year's Christmas festivities. This is the evening news on Adoatv. We'll be right back with more news.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240 926 564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with RwandAir today. RwandAir, the safest airline in Africa.
RwandAir, fly the dream of Africa.
CB will make up now. I'm correct. Why your best mankasa? That's it. You want oh, middle. You captures back on CB men capsules. You see, CB men capsules in America.
Yeah, you see men and women's capsules now. You name the dada. And 1 year packaging I
wow! What a packaging! CB men, any CB women capsules, no packaging is out. And you also no mood any biansan wako do pegi.
Share up him for any about town man kwada no for. Any kwada go di fie do and come home.
Susanna, Ghana man man tamasi.
Dodo Afre 0247 111671 and 0246 578 750. FDA aje edwedin kato yato.
Welcome back, and moving on to some more local stories. The case involving Adoatv's presenter Blessed God's Smart, known as Captain Smart, has been adjourned to December 20th, 2021 by the Carnation District Court. According to his lawyers, they waited for some hours for the court to commence the hearing, but their time was wasted. However, they were called later to agree on a different date scheduled, which is 2 weeks away. Speaking with the media, lawyer Martin Pebu, who happens to be one of Captain's lawyers, said they are yet to see the charge sheet. He added that he sees nothing wrong with what Captain said that led to his arrest by the police. Moreover, the general manager of media, General Francis Doku, said the management of the station will support Captain Smart throughout the process, and they believe the court will acquit Captain at the end of the case. He again said the management of the station believes in the judicial system and hopes it works in favor of Captain Smart. Moreover, journalists and media practitioners do their very best to make sure they serve the public some level of accountability, so they support Captain Smart. Away from that, civil society group Justice for Ghana, led by former PNC chairman Bernard Mona, has presented a petition to Parliament to withdraw the 2022 budget and economic policy, indicating that the budget is insensitive to the plight of Ghanaians and making demands for the complete withdrawal of the e-levy. The demonstrators, who had earlier indicated to pitch camp at the forecourt of Parliament, marched from the Kwame Nkrumah interchange through to the Adabraka Kingsway High Street to Parliament.
Ghanaians have suffered during the recent sit-down strike by drivers. The effect of fuel prices that skyrocketed because many of the nuisance taxes on a litre of petrol are simply unbearable. Unfortunately, the hardship confronting the Ghanaian taxpayer is sharply contrasted by the lavish lifestyle of the president and appointees. Most projects in Ghana have grounded to a halt, except the president's priority of priority projects, the National Cathedral, and, of course, the Rebecca Akufo-Addo Foundation. Not even the Agenda 111 hospitals have survived the difficulties. Government flagship programs, including the Year of Rose and NAPCO, have suffered from government's inability to pay because Ghana is broke. Ghana's entire coastal line is at the front line of the climate change battle. Yet President Akufo-Addo ignored the Sea Defense Wall project, effectively throwing an invitation to the tidal waves to take over Ghana. Government will not have to go to the IMF for a bailout if it ends corruption, plundering of the public purse, and pursues policies that efficiently utilizes the resources of Ghana for the good people, or the good of Ghanaians, not government officials. We will rather occupy Parliament today and continue the occupation till our MPs on both sides of the political divide put the Ghanaian people above their partisan interests. We hope that Parliament will speedily pass a new 2022 budget, and we hope you will do so. That speaks to the aspirations of the Ghanaian and make it unnecessary for us to extend our occupation of Parliament to include an occupation of the presidency too. Take note that hardship has no color. Take note that hardship does not respect professions. It doesn't matter whether you are a parliamentarian. It doesn't matter whether you are a professor at the university. It doesn't matter whether you are a general or a police commissioner or a farmer or a trader. The mobile tax will heavily affect every one of us. We also pray that our House of Chiefs will begin to speak without timidity on the suffering of all of us. We are resolved. We pray that the plea of Ghanaians, as articulated in this petition, will be addressed by the leadership of both sides of Parliament in the supreme interest of Ghana and Ghanaians at large. Aluta continua. Victoria Aseta. God bless our homeland, Ghana.
The first Deputy Majority Whip, Honorable Lydia Sairam Alasan, who received the petition on behalf of the Speaker, says the issues in the petition are currently being addressed, and she thinks that the Finance Minister has done a yeoman's job. She also assured that the petition will be submitted to the Speaker. She was supported by colleague Honorable Ibrahim Ahmed, the first Deputy Minority Whip.
We received the petition on behalf of the Speaker of Parliament, and I can assure you that the issues raised here will be critically looked at. I want to say that you are all aware that most of the issues raised here are being addressed. In fact, this is the only time in the history of this Parliament that the Minister has presented a budget and will come back to the House to say that I want to review the budget that I have presented to the House. I think he has done a yeoman's job, and he should be applauded for that. The issues raised here are being addressed. e-levy. There are so many up and coming teaming youth here who have brilliant ideas, fantastic ideas. All that they need is a little support to put all those wonderful ideas into.
Not now.
So, thank you. The speaker will receive the petition. Thank you for coming.
As we all know, Parliament is a forum for ventilation of grievances.
Sure.
So if anybody has a problem, this is a forum to ventilate that grievance. We are not here on our own. We represent you. And procedurally, once a petition has been presented through leadership, it will get to the speaker and the matters in it will be duly addressed. So we are lucky we have chosen the path of democracy, where we will register our displeasure and seek redress.
Now away from this and straight to Parliament, Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture Mavis Hawakumsin has assured Parliament and Ghanaians that her ministry is planning to address all the concerns raised by the European Union within 24 months. She highlighted some of the measures to be taken to address the issues accounting for the yellow card. Now she presented of questions Parliament for Efutu Mr. Afenyo Markin on critical measures her ministry is implementing following the second warning issued by the EU.
Mr. Speaker, on this rising, I crave your indulgence to ask the Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture Development what critical measures are being implemented following the second warning issued by the European Union for Ghana to definitively check illegal, unregulated fishing activities within its economic zone. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, Ghana was issued with a warning or threat to be issued yellow card on June 2nd, 2021 by the European Union for being identified as a non-compliant country in the fight against illegal, unreported, unregulated fishing. The issues raised included the weaknesses in the fisheries law, outdated marine management plan, non-implementation of closed season, illegal transshipment at sea cycle, weak enforcement of vessels cited for infractions, among others. Mr. Speaker, Ghana has planned to address all the concerns raised by the EU within 24 months. Below are the critical steps undertaken. Ministry of Fisheries and Aquaculture Development set up a dialogue mission with EU to address the issues. The first meeting between the two parties was held on 23rd July 2021, where EU was briefed on the plans to address the concerns and the status of addressing the concerns. The ministry sought Cabinet approval to draft a new Fisheries Act to meet all international obligations. Cabinet advised that the Fisheries and Aquaculture Policy 2008 should be reviewed to form the basis for the review of the current fisheries law.
Now addressing the press in Parliament today, Honorable Hawakumsin indicated that her ministry provided some relief items to fisherfolk who were affected by the closed season. She hinted that some of the relief items including 15,000 bags of rice, 6,250 cartons of cooking oil, other fishing inputs such as fishing nets and subsidized outboard motors. She also hinted on a review of the fisheries law by the ministry to check some more practices in the sector, and also assured that the distribution of premixed fuel will be automated to reduce concerns raised.
Some of the issues were, what are we doing in regards to the warning of yellow card from the EU to Ghana? And then the other one too was, what did we do to support the fisher folks during the close season, if the close season too was successful? And then what are we doing to fight illegal, unregulated, and unreported fishing? So I will take them one after the other. During the close season, we supplied the fisher folks with some relief items, and I have mentioned the number of bags of rice that we distributed to them. 15 bags of rice, and then 15,000 bags of rice, and then 6,250 cartons of cooking oil and other related fishing inputs like fishing nets, outboard motors. And outboard motors were subsidized by government, heavily subsidized by government. So these were some of the reliefs that we gave to the fisher folks. And then, as regards to the issue of a warning yellow card to Ghana, the ministry, in collaboration with EU, has set up a dialogue committee, and we are collaborating. The issues are, what are we doing to stop the illegal activities? So Ghana, we are working with the EU, and what we are doing is to provide the EU team with our measures that we're going to take. One, I've mentioned that the government has given approval for us to acquire patrol boats with research vessel. With the patrol boats, we can fight the fishers on the sea. And then we also have the law enforcement unit together with the Navy. We work with them, and we are giving them the necessary support to also fight those doing the illegal activities. We're also providing the fishers with the approved fishing nets, as I mentioned earlier on, because some of the illegal fishing also comes with the illegal nets that they use in fishing. So we're giving them the approved fishing nets. Apart from that, we also enforce our land patrol, and we've also banned cycle. In fact, since we started, or after they resumed the fishing after the close season in September, we have not had any report of cycle as we speak. So these are some of the things we are doing in response to the EU's sanction. With the regards of the premixed fuel too, we have also responded that government is making sure that every landing beach has sufficient premixed fuel. But the issue is also about hoarding of premixed fuel. And so very soon, we will be automating the supply of premixed fuel. And every fisher who is supposed to have the premixed fuel will be issued with a card on which the subsidy will be placed on, and then they will use that one to draw the premixed fuel. I believe when we do this, it will help us reduce the hoarding of premixed fuel and the diversion, because at every time we will know the quantity of fuel in the tanker or the reservoir. This is what we are doing to stop the hoarding and then diversion of the premixed fuel.
We will be right back with sports.
Welcome aboard the safest airline in Africa. With industry-leading safety measures to protect your well-being. The first in Africa to earn a diamond standard of safety. Offering a more contactless, safe, and seamless experience. Delivered with a smile by Africa's first fully vaccinated crew. Creating special memories that bring the joy back to flying, so you can continue making memories with your loved ones. Book your flight with Rwandair today. Rwandair, the safest airline in Africa.
Rwandair, fly the dream of Africa.
Blue City is a manufacturer and supplier of high-quality fashion accessories. We design and make quality bow ties, flying ties, lapel pins, ladies' brooches, fabric necklaces, African wares, and so much more for your weddings, schools, institutions, bands, choir, singing groups, individuals, and so many more. We use both African prints and foreign fabrics to make your beautiful accessories for you. Oh yeah! Contact us via call or WhatsApp or SMS on 0240 926 564. Locate us at Odoko Official Town opposite Emils Preparatory School. Check us out on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Blue City Fashion. Blue City, creativity and style.
On to some sports updates now. The Ghana Football Association is urging all clubs to work in collaboration with COVID-19 health officials in their areas to organize vaccination for supporters. The government of Ghana has indicated that from January next year, the police will begin inspection of vaccination cards across the country and on match days after declaring this month of December a National Vaccination Month.
The Ghana Football Association, in its quest to support government effort to fight the COVID-19 pandemic, has completed vaccination for its stakeholders, including GFA staff, club officials and players, national team players and officials, as well as referees. The Ghana Football Association is hereby requesting all clubs and stakeholders of the football ecosystem to engage with the health authorities in their localities to set up vaccination centers at their match venues on match days in order to get their supporters vaccinated throughout this December. Clubs are advised to utilize the December vaccination month, get the program underway so as to be ready and in full compliance for the January vaccination cards inspection. The Ghana Football Association is also encouraging Ghanaians at large to seize the December declaration as a month of COVID-19 vaccination to get vaccinated. The General Secretary of the Football Association has said that he requires everyone in football to be vaccinated, as well as all Ghanaians, for they are only fully protected when each one of them is protected.
Former IBF lightweight world champion Richard Comey will return to the ring this Saturday to face former lightweight champion Vasily Lomachenko. The bout, which has been set for December 11th, will be the first major bout for both fighters since they both lost their world titles to Teofimo Lopez.
Richard Comey will be returning to the Madison Square Garden, the same venue where he lost his title to Teofimo Lopez 2 years ago, to face Lomachenko, and will be hoping to be on the winning side this time around. Lomachenko, a former 3-division title holder, was long recognized by some as the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. He lost that distinction when he surrendered his lightweight belt to Teofimo Lopez in October 2020. After undergoing surgery to repair a torn rotator cuff. He returned in June to finish Masayoshi Nakatani in the 9th round. Comey, a fellow 135-pound champion, lost his IBF belt to Lopez in December 2019. He rebounded with a knockout win over Jackson Martinez in February 2021 and has not fought since. The bout is set to headline the night action, with top-ranked chairman Bob Arum describing it as a highly anticipated bout. Comey, who lost his title to Teofimo Lopez, is hoping to get past Lomachenko in his quest to recapture the world title. Comey is a relation sharing the ring with the Ukrainian superstar, who he considers one of the best in the world. The 34-year-old Ghanaian believes that the Lomachenko showdown is the next best thing the world has yet to recover to a world title bout. Nico Ali Walsh, the grandson of Muhammad Ali and Xander Zayas, Puerto Rican prospect, will also feature on the same night. The winner of this bout is likely to be rewarded with a chance to challenge for the IBF lightweight title.
It is a fight you wouldn't want to miss, and we wish Richard all the best. Now, moving on to football again. World Football Governing Body FIFA, through the FIFA Connect program, is organizing a documentary on the Ghana Football Association's use of information technology in football development, dubbed FIFA Connect: Increasing Efficiency in Ghana. The program is expected to kick off from December 13 to December 15, 2021.
As one of the key adopters of the FIFA Connect program, the Ghana Football Association was selected by FIFA for the test project after rolling out a pilot phase of the Connect platform registration system a few years ago. The FIFA Connect program helps members of the association to register all their stakeholders in a systematic way and keep track of players, coaches, and referees wherever they are in the world, providing a unique FIFA ID code for every individual who has a role in the football organization. As part of the documentary, the FIFA Connect team will have interviews with the Director of IT at the association, Mr. Francis Edu, and General Secretary Prosper Harrison Ado, Esquire. The team will watch a match at the Accra Sports Stadium on December 14, 2021, where they will see club officials and referees using their competitions management system CMS in a match day situation. They will also interact with a registered player and competition registration official on how effective the system has aided their work. The FIFA Connect program also enables members of the association to engage with their stakeholders while improving transparency and minor protection. The Ghana Football Association is a leader in Africa on IT and football development through its use of IT to run all elite competitions: Ghana Premier League, Division 1 League, Women's Premier League, MTN FA Cup, and Women's FA Cup. The Ghana Football Association also serves as a training hub for the West African sub-regions.
That's all for tonight on the evening news. A recap of our top stories. 9 people have been confirmed dead in a lethal accident at Gindambor in the Savannah region. Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable George Mirekuduka, says his sector in 2022 will introduce excavator tracking devices as part of its fight against illegal small-scale mining. And some citizens have shared their opinion as to who their preferred ministers under the Akufo-Addo administration are and who they want removed from office. And the Ghana Football Association has urged various clubs to find ways and means to convince their fans who want to join them at various match venues to get vaccinated. For more news, log on to our website, www.adoanewsonline.com. You can also follow us on Facebook at Adoatv Ghana. The evening news is brought to you by Asate Roofing Sheet and Cookware, Blue City Ties and Accessories, and Verna Mineral Water. My name is Benedicta Dodu. Thanks for staying with us.